Top 10 causes of deaths in dogs. Dogs are more than just pets. They are family members whose lives you are responsible for, and losing them can be the most heartbreaking thing we have to experience. Dogs have a short lifespan, and when we consider the few years we have with them, we learn to appreciate the value of their lives. Today, we're here to give you our most depressing countdown yet. We will be looking at the top 10 causes of death in dogs. Number 10. Symptoms of diseases in senior dogs. Aging, as opposed to sickness, is a natural process. Dogs, just like people, go through both mental and physical changes as they age. Most elderly dogs' muzzles grow gray, and there is a general deterioration in the quality of their coat. Their skin becomes less elastic, resulting in hair loss and white hair. Over time, their eyes may become hazy, blue, and pearl-like. Disorientation, preferring to be left alone, avoiding activity, dull coat, loss of house training behaviors, roaming at night, and low appetite are all signs that your senior dog is sick. Heart disease, renal illness, and liver disease are all possible causes of these symptoms. Number 9. Struck by car. According to Pets Playgrounds, every year 1.2 million dogs are killed on the roads in the United States. Nothing will stop them when they see a cat, a rabbit, or someone whom they recognize and want to play with. Unfortunately, this occurs frequently. Nowadays, drivers just do not pay as much attention as they should, so you must be more vigilant than ever in keeping your dog close to you and off the streets. Keeping your dog on a leash can help avoid this tragedy from ever happening. Also, ensure that your yard is safe so that your dog cannot escape. It's also a good idea to teach your dog to sit and stay at the door so they don't bolt onto the street. Number 8. Kidney disease. Kidney disease develops when a dog's kidneys can no longer filter waste materials from their blood or keep them hydrated. Significantly increased water consumption is a clear indicator of renal illness in dogs, and it's a warning sign that's easy to overlook. Dogs may have acute or persistent issues with kidneys. Acute renal failure can occur quickly within several days, but chronic kidney failure occurs over time. Acute renal problems are most often due to your dog's ingestion of a toxin. These include anti-freezing agents, cleaning households, or poor food. Problems also develop because of a blockage in your dog's body. If the blood flow diminishes, there will be a decrease in oxygenation and increased infection to your dog's kidneys. Number 7. Acute renal failure. A range of issues may arise for dogs with acute renal failure. Excessive thirst and a large amount of urine are early symptoms of renal failure. Lethargy, decreased appetite, and vomiting are some of the latter signs of acute renal failure. The volume of urine produced by a pet with severe renal disease may decrease or cease entirely. As matters get worse, you may see digested blood in their stool, which appears dark and tarry, or you may notice them vomiting digested blood, which closely resembles coffee grounds. Number 6. Jumping from heights. When your dog is near an open window, on a deck, or the top floor of a split-level home, you must keep an eye on them just like you would with a child. Because of their fear or separation anxiety, your dog may tumble or jump out to chase another animal if you're not home. If your deck's bars are broad enough for your dog to squeeze between them, install extra bars or put up a lattice to prevent them from doing so. Number 5. Complications from anesthesia. This occurs more frequently than most veterinarians would like to acknowledge. Collies and Shetland sheepdogs, for example, are more prone to this than other breeds. Pets that are old or ill are also at risk. A simple blood test performed before placing your dog under anesthesia can help decrease this risk. This would help to determine whether or not an anesthetic is safe for your dog. It is important to keep in mind, however, that this might change over time, so if it's been a while since your dog was put under anesthesia, double check their blood work just to be safe. Number 4. Chocolate. I'm sure you've often wondered how much chocolate it takes to make your pet sick. While there is no right or wrong answer, we do know that when dogs ingest 20 milligrams of theobromine, the poisonous component in chocolate, per kilogram, they will start to show signs of poisoning. These effects will intensify when the dose is increased to 40 or 50 milligrams per kilogram. Chocolate poisoning is caused by theobromine, a cocoa alkaloid, and caffeine. The concentration of theobromine in chocolate is usually higher in darker chocolate. Milk chocolate has a fatal dosage of less than 2 ounces or 60 grams per kilogram. Baking chocolate has 10 times the amount of theobromine as milk chocolate. As a result, consumption of less than 0.2 ounces or approximately 6 grams of baking chocolate per kilogram is potentially fatal. Number 3. Anticoagulant rodenticides. Normally, dogs with minor anticoagulant poisoning do not exhibit symptoms for several days, but when the poison begins to impact the system, the dog becomes weak and pale due to blood loss. External bleeding might manifest into nasal bleeding, bloody vomit, or bleeding from the rectum. Unseen internal bleeding may also occur in dogs. Bleeding into the chest or belly, for example, might be deadly if not detected in time. Number 2. Diabetes. Diabetes is a kind of endocrine disease. Type 1 diabetes impairs the body's capacity to produce enough insulin to manage blood sugar levels properly. Type 2 diabetes impairs the body's capacity to respond to normal insulin levels. Dogs are acquiring diabetes at frightening rates as a result of the massive increase in canine obesity in recent years. A diabetic dog will struggle to control his or her blood sugar, perhaps leading to deadly food responses. A substantial increase in water consumption, similar to renal disease, is an early warning sign of diabetes. Number 1. Obesity. Saying no to those cute doggy eyes can be very hard, but the weight of your dog can have a major influence on their health, particularly as he matures and gets less active. More than 55% of America's domestic dogs are obese, according to a disturbing figure. Obesity is linked to a shorter life expectancy, reduced mobility, diabetes, breathing difficulties, grooming difficulties, an increased risk of hyperthermia, and an increased chance of cancer. Obesity in animals leads to higher veterinary expenditures and worse living quality. That wraps up our top 10 list of the common causes of deaths in dogs. While it's heartbreaking to learn about the different ways that they may be taken from us, it's vital that we understand them and be very alert so we don't overlook any of these signs. If your dog is exhibiting any of the signs we've presented in this video, please take your dog to the nearest vet. Don't forget to leave anything we've missed down in the comments section below because you might be able to help someone else out. To lighten up the mood before we end the video, here's a cute dog video to brighten up your day. Don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell to not miss our next video. We'll see you next time on our channel. Thanks for watching!